I was asked to check out Kyle Hamilton. I'm going to go ahead and presume the Ravens are very pleased with his development as it relates in particular to his coverage on tight ends. I think in some sense, if that is what he contributes this year, then you've upgraded the secondary. I do believe you'll get more out of him than that, but I really, really like what I see in the Cardinal game in terms of how he covers the tight end. He's going to take away this read, 3-by-1 set. He is man-to-man over the tight end. I believe this is a tight end. Boundary side, takes away this quarterback's read. He's going to alert that side, this vertical. Long arms really stops him up within 5 yards. Instantly, the quarterback goes off of that. This is a bit of a rat kind of coverage. He does a good job underneath. You might argue the linebacker could drop here or continue his back pedal here. But this is a great takeaway to this side. And you better believe most quarterbacks are going to check this every time in a 3-by-1 set, and he takes that away. I'll say it again. I think the Ravens are excited right now about him in man coverage over tight ends. Also, his ability to disguise, we'll get into that a little bit as well. We see him with those long arms getting ready to jam up, reroute this tight end off the ball. This is third down, and then hip pocket him. Just runs this little stop, and he's right there to defend that. He gets a lot of practice, obviously, covering tight ends, some pretty good tight ends in practice, and it's showing up on the field. Obviously, he's been billed as a versatile player. I do see him as advanced in his ability to disguise, advanced for a rookie, that is. His range certainly plays into that. Frequently, we see him lined up over tight ends. That's what we see here, or that's how it appears. This really speaks to just the versatility, not just of Kyle Hamilton, but Brandon Stephens as well. Stephens mugging in the A-gap. It also gives us a peek at some of McDonald, how he plans to use some of these pieces, these versatile pieces. So it's a pretty common sight in this game to see Hamilton lined up 8 to 10 yards off the tight end. We can presume he's in man here, but this is a nice look where we see Stephens drop out of A-gap and Hamilton sort of bail out right as the ball snapped and play thirds coverage. I'll try to point out just the different ways the Ravens are using them as best as I can understand it. I've seen this coverage called special or stubby. He's got all of number 3 vertical unless 3 runs under, and then he's going to switch to an over-the-top leverage of 2. That is the second receiver, and that's what we see here. Kyle's got great range, good at disguises. They did send him on a blitz, ended up being a run blitz. You see him at the line of scrimmage here. This is a poorly, I think, disguised blitz. It's anticipated by this receiver. Certainly right off the ball, he turns to look. And perhaps if a quarterback is hip to that or a different quarterback's hip to that, we get burned. Perhaps Jefferson should be firing downhill a little bit more. In any case, he ends up to the flat. So I'm not sure what they had drawn up to take this away. But you see Kyle all the way across the field. He's responsible a lot in this game for backside or weak side trips coverage as the backside safety. Anything vertical or crossing deep. Once again, I like his ability to disguise and his range. I think both of those things are evident in this game. I'm sure this play's been broken down a bunch. He clearly is the read or the player being read here on this RPO. I'm sure the coordinator would ask him to freeze here rather than fit. My sense is he is in man over 85. As 85 goes to block the end man, you see him come screaming downhill. This idea of freezing would have taken away anything inside as well. We see 94 do a good job getting out and playing the run here. 94, in my opinion, should make the football team. Good look at his athleticism, his leaping ability, and that length, once again, to break that football up. But it's not something I'm overly concerned about. My sense is he probably hasn't been in this position a lot. Coach wants him to freeze here. You could also potentially see 85 after blocking kind of leak out. So, you can understand the instinct to get downhill. You also want him reading the quarterback's helmet. That's really a big key in this fit or freeze. Watch it again. There are things clearly as a rookie he's just kind of getting familiar with and he's learning. I think he'll benefit greatly, as will the defense on the whole, at having Williams as the middle of field safety or the primary middle of the field safety. I like his versatility. I like his range. Like to see him improve in the open field as a tackler. Again, it's a small sample size watching him to this point. But I love him covering tight ends in this game. I'm excited by that. I wouldn't worry about what's going on with Kyle Hamilton. That's just my general overview and impression.